Charlie Kirk was a controversial guy. So what? Shalom, my friends. Yes, many people thought of Charlie Kirk as a controversial person. My question is, so what? Controversial has a dictionary definition. It means someone or something that is likely to cause public disagreement. Was Charlie Kirk likely to cause public disagreement? Of course he was. But why was that true? You might say it was because of his beliefs, but with all due respect, you're incorrect if you think so. Why do I say that? Because every single one of us holds beliefs that would be controversial if made public. Are you pro-choice? Well, there's plenty of pro-life people who disagree with you. If you're pro-life, there's plenty of pro-choice people who disagree. Do you support the Second Amendment? Plenty of people don't. Do you support the banning of guns in America? Plenty of people disagree. Are you a Democrat? There's plenty of Republicans. Are you a Republican? There are plenty of Democrats. Do you see my point? Unless you hold no opinions other than something like puppies are cute, you hold opinions that, if voiced publicly, would cause disagreement. And by definition, that makes your own beliefs controversial. How can you hold controversial beliefs and not be a controversial figure? By not engaging in public discourse on your beliefs. It's that simple. That is what made Charlie Kirk controversial. He did engage in public discourse. He encouraged those who disagreed with him to articulate their own beliefs, and yes, he would respond to those who accepted his invitation, not harshly, not disrespectfully, but highlighting where and why his thinking was different. That's called having a conversation. That was what his campus events were all about. Holding conversations, inviting those whose opinions were different from his to move to the front of the line and speak. Is this what we have become as a society? When someone has the temerity to share their beliefs and offer to have conversations with others about them, it's fine to murder that person in cold blood? And we cannot even comfort ourselves by saying that the shooter is an outlier who does not represent our society. I agree that that's true. I believe that I do not personally know a single person who would murder someone with malice aforethought. But I am deeply saddened to tell you that there are people whom I do know personally who celebrated the murder of Charlie Kirk. After all, he did believe differently from them on some very major issues. And that is what I find chilling. Not that one individual took a hunting rifle and used it to murder another human being, which is chilling in and of itself, but even more so, that so many seemingly normal and reasonable Americans celebrated the act. Let me ask a question. Do we not find it reprehensible when Palestinians, maybe not all, but certainly a great many, celebrate in the streets when Jews are murdered by terrorists? That's a rhetorical question, but here's the one I really want to ask. If a significant number of Americans are celebrating the murder of an innocent man, how are we any better than those who celebrate acts of terrorism? And forget about being better. How are we even any different? The answer would be, we are not. I don't want to paint with too broad a brush. I know there are also many Americans who disagreed vehemently with everything Charlie Kirk believed, but who are also appropriately outraged by his murder. But we shouldn't bury our heads in the sand. There's enough celebration of this and other recent murders, like that of insurance executive Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, whose killer became a hero to many. Too many examples for us not to see that there is a sickness in the soul of America. It does not include all Americans or even a majority of Americans, but it should concern every single one of us. A 31-year-old husband and father was gunned down because he encouraged public discourse on major issues of our day. And some of us celebrate that act. I don't understand what is wrong with such people, but something clearly is very wrong with them. If you have any insights to share, please do so in the comments box. With that, my friends, I thank you for watching this video on my controversial channel. After all, I do talk about important issues from a Judeo-Christian perspective. Not everybody agrees with that perspective, and I do it in a public forum. But if you do choose to be supportive of my efforts nevertheless, please give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel by clicking on my face right over here, or watch another video by clicking on its icon right over there. As ever, until next time, Shabbat Shalom.